Have you ever wondered why sexuality feels both sacred and forbidden? Why something so natural is often wrapped in silence, shame, or fear? Nietzsche believed that sexual energy, what he called the Dionysian force, was not a sin to suppress, but the very source of our creativity, vitality, and power. He once wrote, "There is always some madness in love, but there is also always some reason in madness." To Nietzsche, sexuality wasn't merely about the body, it was where chaos and creation meet. We live in a world that tries to separate desire from wisdom, but Nietzsche didn't believe in that separation. He thought that every true genius, every artist, philosopher, or creator was somehow intoxicated by the same energy that drives sexual passion. To desire is to reach beyond yourself. To long for something is to admit that you're not complete. And it is in that incompleteness that life begins to move. But society feared this truth. Religions, traditions, social norms, they all tried to tame this wild energy. They taught us that control is virtue and passion is danger. Nietzsche saw it differently. He saw suppression as sickness. He warned that a world which denies its instincts becomes spiritually sterile. We may call ourselves civilized, but in denying passion, we lose the very fire that makes us human. To Nietzsche, Eros, the god of love, was also the god of creation. Every time you fall in love, every time you're consumed by desire, you stand at the edge of something divine. When you embrace your passion consciously, when you dance with it instead of being destroyed by it, you access the same force that poets used to write, painters used to create, and thinkers used to dream. Censorship, moral guilt, fear. These are the enemies of life's rhythm. Nietzsche's challenge wasn't to indulge blindly, but to transform that energy into art, into ideas, into courage, into creation. He called it sublimation. It's not about rejecting the body. It's about letting the body speak the language of the spirit. When you desire deeply, you're meeting the most honest part of yourself. It's not shameful, it's human. Nietzsche would say, to deny that force is to deny life itself. And yet, he also warned of its danger. Beware, he might whisper, of becoming a slave to your desire. Because obsession can easily turn creation into destruction. To live wisely is to walk that thin line, to hold the flame without letting it burn you. Nietzsche never married. He lived alone, wandering through mountains, writing about power, love, and the eternal return. But behind that solitude burned an intensity, a longing not just for people, but for truth itself. He saw sexuality as a mirror of the human condition, wild, unpredictable, beautiful, and yes, sometimes painful. So what was Nietzsche really telling us? That passion, no matter how chaotic, is not something to fear, but to understand. That desire, when guided by awareness, becomes wisdom. And that life, at its deepest level, is not about control, but about balance. The world will always tell you, choose between reason and passion. But Nietzsche whispers from the shadows, why not both? Because in the end, to live without passion is to never truly live, and to live without wisdom is to let passion consume you. Between those two fires lies the art of being human, echoes of wisdom, where ancient words find a modern voice.